Insomnia. I've actually kind of missed you. It's been a while since last I couldn't sleep. Nearly a month, actually. It just goes to show no matter how bad it seems from the outside whenever I go complaining on the internet about sleep deprivation, I am actually improving. Where I am now versus where I was in college, or worse yet, where I was in high school, is an immense improvement. Sleepless nights are fairly infrequent now. But I figured, just out of old habits, I'd pour myself a cup of coffee anyway and write in the old journal again, just to remind myself of how this used to feel. So, now that we're here again at last, reader, what shall we talk about? I know where to start. Surprising as it sounds, and don't go telling anyone this, I've been strangely happy these past few months. Happy. Happy? Am I saying that right? I rarely use the word in reference to myself, you see, so I wouldn't know. In fact, usually when people ask how I am, I don't even have the bravery to say fine, just decent, or passable. How am I? I'm breathing, and that's about as good as it gets. It's not like I never feel contentment, reader, but they're usually these short bursts of happiness between much longer epochs of desperate yearning. Yearning for answers, a sense of permanence, stability, some higher truth. There's always something I'm seeking that I don't have. And when that's not the case, I'm in a state of pure apathy. Complete and utter indifference to all the good and evil in the world as I just do my best to keep my head above the crashing waves around me. Sometimes that's the best you can do in a chaotic world. But now I'm feeling different. This isn't the usual short burst of happiness, reader. Those don't normally last this long. The last one I had was in May of last year, around when my graduation ceremony happened and I won all of those awards. I'm always in a good mood whenever I'm told that I'm better than others, and nothing does that for you like winning trophies and soaking in compliments. But that's not real happiness, is it? Just a momentary rush of self-congratulatory and egocentric indulgence. Oh, look how incredible I am. Who could have achieved this but me? And for a week or two, you're riding that wave of pride and praise until you realize that those little certificates mean just as little as the degree they came with, and it's back to work afterwards, grinding again to create art in a world indifferent to your self-expression. Again, this time is different, though. I'm at peace with life at the moment. Feeling a little optimistic, too. And not optimistic because I expect the universe to do me any favors, more because I trust enough in my capabilities to know I can handle whatever comes my way. I'm not broke for the first time in my entire mortal life, and that's nice. I'm working on a couple of fun and different projects. I actually have something resembling a social life now. It's strange how it just takes a few things aligning for your entire mindset to change. I've had all of these before, you see. Money, a social life, cool projects to work on, a sense of peace. But never all at the same time. It feels like a planetary alignment of sorts, I guess. The type of thing you marvel at while it's here, while also acknowledging how impermanent it is. This is the part where I devolve into my usual moody talk. You see, one of the reasons why I suck at being happy is once I'm there, I become too aware of it. I realize I'm on the Mount Everest of emotions, and the only way to go from there is down. It'll happen randomly. I'll be hanging with friends, having a good time, having a good laugh, doing all the things I love, and then, bam, miserable. Suddenly hyper-conscious of the fact that the happiness I feel never lasts more than a week, and it's been 6 days already. Well, that's what happens when you build your whole personality around being introspective and nihilistic. You keep returning to that state out of sheer habit. It's like I'm addicted to being upset. I can tell that this planetary alignment of mine is already beginning to drift. I'm a freelancer with no work queued up, so all that money I was just happy about won't be lasting long. And I'm already growing tired of socializing with people 4 times a week and can feel myself beginning to retreat back into my introversion. I'm also going to be heading home soon. By home, I mean my home country. Just for a few days, of course, but something about that place always makes me miserable, so I don't look forward to it. Pretty soon I'll be back the way I was, bored out of my mind, yearning for a task, trying desperately to remember what dopamine feels like. But that's a problem for future me. I think one thing I've learned to appreciate these past 3 months of contentment is how great it can feel to just forget about the future for a bit and exist within the immediate. I'm not good at it because there's always a part of me wondering what the next day will bring. But at least for today, I can honestly say I'm doing well. And that's all I have to say.